The Mild Manner Movie Review with your host, Tim.
And Tony. On this week's episode, we will be talking about Independence Day Resurgence. Freaking out, man.
Life finds a way.
Yes.
So first up, we'll begin with our questions.
Our questions, our interviews.
Yeah, which we didn't really think too hard on.
No, we did. Yeah, this one we just kind of limited it to why
Yeah.
did we do this movie?
Yeah. So why this movie?
Because Roland Emmerich's a genius, as I'm slowly finding out, even though we've known that for a while now.
It continues our 4th of July theme, I guess, in these last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Or America theme, I guess.
Theme.
Yeah.
Patriotic.
Yeah. And it was the sequel, so kind of double bonus.
Sequel, and also a triple bonus. None of us had seen it.
Yes.
So this is one of the few movies where
neither of us have seen
it.
And it was made in the last 10 years.
Also very true. Yeah. If it was like somewhere in between, somewhere in between 1996 and 2016.
Yeah.
Odds are better now.
All right. Pitches for the third one, which I don't think they're doing.
No, they probably won't. They said it.
I think it didn't do well enough.
Yeah, they said it depended on how this one did in the box office, which did not do very well.
I mean, they clearly set it up for them going to space. To attack them.
Going into further space, because this one set up that we had like moon bases.
Going to Saturn, yeah.
A bunch of different crazy stuff.
Yeah, so going further into space. At that point, it's almost getting too much like Men in Black. Because like there's that planet of refugees that they have to go to.
It's the living kind of yours, and it's like, oh no, we're the only one that could beat it, so we have to team up.
Yeah, that'd be interesting though, them teaming up with a bunch of aliens. You'd still have the Dr. Oak and Jeff Goldblum.
Those would be the two main.
Yeah.
If in order to make the third, those two would have to come back. You could get away with not bringing back anyone else almost.
Yeah, you need those two. Yeah, because I mean, I guess you bring back all the kids. I mean, you set them up to kind of take over.
You could bring back the kids that his father picked up. You could probably bring those kids back.
I think you got to add in all the other ones though to fight, like Liam Hemsworth and the president's daughter and Will Smith's son.
True, and we'll get into those castings because my eyes have been opened after reading the trivia for this movie. Let's just say that.
Yeah, so that would be our third one. But let's jump right into our first segment, a Tim and Tony review of Independence Day Resurgence.
2 decades after the first Independence Day invasion, Earth is faced with a new extrasolar threat. But will mankind's new space defenses be enough? Let's find out.
Let's find it. All right, so I think I went last week, so you could start with your top 5.
Okay, my top 5. I just keep on making sure we're working. My top 5, my honorable mentions, the original theme / score make an appearance, even though it's not the same music director. Composer. That's the word I was looking for.
Music man.
all are acceptable.
All are acceptable.
Probably correct. I could probably do this.
Warn me.
Oh man, I didn't think of that, to be honest. My second honorable mention is that it's kind of like Star Fox / Star Wars, like the battles. Star Fox, like I said, I think it was last
movie.
It was like just a million little alien ships and like 4 or 5 main ships, where they're like barrel rolling and shooting down and flying through the rubble and all that. And then my other last honorable mention, kind of sticking with, I brought this up in The Patriot, but like the rank speak in the military between the father and the daughter, or the old president and his daughter, how he's like, are you ready to fly, Lieutenant, or something like that. Just kind of keeping up with, I guess that's Roland Emmerich's theme. I mean, it's in all his movies so far, where they kind of adhere to that, even though they know their family. I thought this was just pretty cool to stick with it. And then my last one is the cast. I like that they brought back the old cast, brought in some new people to kind of take the old cast place and
the next
fill that role, and then setting up for the future. But
we'll never see.
No, for sure.
Not in another 20 years.
My number 5 for top 5 parts would be that it's called the Legacy Squadron.
All the
like
guys raising the flags.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, the Ace Fighter like Top Gun.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but not really like that. But like, I'm trying to like the Rogue Squadron.
Okay.
Like that kind of name. I just thought that was pretty cool. Legacy Squadron, clearly, it's
like he's the legacy.
He's the legacy, yeah.
And then even the Chinese pilot, she's the legacy of
she's the legacy of the general.
I didn't know that was the only 2 people we really met.
Well,
though.
You could make a case for, was it Patricia? She
used to be on it.
She would be a legacy if she didn't choose to stay behind.
Mm-hmm.
Then my number 4 is that for their 4th of July celebration, they have like the air and water show, but it's in space. And they're dragging flags behind. Like, air and water shows are cool now, but take it to space.
Yeah, but you're just watching it on a video though.
I mean, most people do that anyway. But you're right.
Unless you got seats on the moon.
Exactly. I mean, you could sell those for top dollar.
Top dollar.
And then send all the annoying people to Saturn and just be like, you watch from another TV satellite. My number 3 is that it's like their hangar / launch bay is very Star Wars-esque, where it's like got the ships up and like all the crew running around. So like when they're going for like the battle, like you just see this huge hangar with all the ships and all the pilots getting in and all the background crews and stuff like that. Even when they're like flying out, it's like they come up and hover. It's all very similar. Because I mean, once you do it, it's hard not to copy it or put your own spin on it, because it's all going to look the same. It's all a bunch of aircrafts flying out in one way. But I still thought it looked cool. My second one is that he had another speech where he was probably in front of a green screen, where he's President Whitmore
flying into the Queen or whatever.
No, not that one.
No,
the one where it's him and Jeff Goldblum, just like standing there, and then like the bay goes on forever.
Okay, yeah.
So like he gets another like, we didn't fight that for no reason. Like let's keep fighting.
Yeah,
that kind of speech. And then even the new president's speech, it's not as long or as good as.
Yeah, it's not as good, but it's
still like
still
okay,
good,
it's reminiscent. It's hitting all the right notes.
I thought the other president was gonna come over and be like, "I got this."
See, and I've been watching too many movies. I thought he would have been like, "Ooh, I'm an alien spy." Like he's working for the bank.
Alien spy.
I'm gonna take a sidebar. Even when I watch Chef, I'm like, all right, John Leguizamo's gonna go bad. He's gonna like ruin the truck. Where's this all gonna go to hell? I was waiting for it, and then it never came.
All gonna go to hell.
Like when he's like, no, I'll
glass
get
is
the
half
truck.
empty for you when you're watching a movie.
Yeah,
when's this gonna go terribly wrong?
I thought it was going to be right when he got down there. It's like, yeah, I'll take it to my buddies. It's going to, like, drug run or something. Like, I just went all the way bad. And then my number 1 for this is that it's a spirited sequel. like you mentioned, or you will mention, it's not going to be the first one ever.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, well, we don't really need an Independence Day sequel. We saved the world. It's fine. But they did it, and they tried. I had a good time through it. It wasn't like I wasn't cringing the whole time. Like, oh, when's this gonna end?
Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was entertaining.
It was fun. Yeah.
I actually thought there was gonna be more destruction.
Yeah,
from the trailers, but that was all one
3,000 miles wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they landed it in the ocean instead of landing it. Okay.
Why not attack Area 51, the place that took you out the first time?
Instead of landing...
They definitely know of these places.
Instead of landing the ship in the ocean where there's nothing, you land the ship on the 3,000-mile-wide United States and just wipe the whole thing out, and you're totally done.
Well, no, the people underneath it, though, seemed like they were fine.
Yeah,
it was weird how they did it, because it, like, landed and it took out, like, everyone in the surrounding area, but, like, people underneath it were still okay. Yeah,
but even still, you land this way on the U.S. instead of this way in the water.
Yeah, I don't know.
And movie's over in an hour.
Maybe that was the ideal spot to drill. Oh, I have another problem that just popped in my head.
Oh, now we're going.
All right, but no,
your top five.
My top five. I don't mention the cast. I like the new. I'm gonna bring it in. I didn't notice it until Luch said it, but. This would be the first movie in 2 movies that Hemsworth has stolen an alien movie from Will Smith. Liam and Chris. Yeah, so I thought that was funny.
Also,
but
there was another like Star Trek way to get to the Hemsworths in. Cause
Chris
played Kirk's
dad,
father, and then the Doctor in this was in Star Trek.
Yeah.
So it's like there's so many ways.
Yeah, but I like the girl that played the president's daughter. I liked.
She was good.
The the kid that played Will Smith's stepson is actually in The Boys. Plays the A Train. He's like the speedster.
Oh, he plays that guy.
The guy, the fast guy.
I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
The guy that starts all.
He's really good in that. He's not as good in this. Like I think it's just one of his first bigger roles.
Right.
But he's
big studio one.
Yeah, he's better in that show. But I liked him in this still. Hemsworth, the guy with Hemsworth, was in American Vandal.
Oh, that little scrawny guy.
Yeah, and then like all the people that came back were great. Or like, what was that one guy's name that was with Jeff Goldblum the whole time? Lloyd or
Floyd.
Floyd. Floyd was great. Yeah, and then like the random warlord. Just
it's like okay, cool.
Yeah, but all the callbacks to the first one, like Jeff Goldblum's dad's book, them mentioning like Captain Hiller's explosion or something.
Like the test thing.
Why he wasn't in this one?
Like even having his like picture in the White House.
Yeah, the picture in the White House.
Like, we can't get Will Smith, but here's a picture of him.
Yeah, just small things like that was nice. Let's see. So my number 5 was the score. It was pretty much the same.
In some parts, they definitely did
use the same one, which was perfect. I thought
it definitely worked.
Yeah, they did it. They used them in. I think they played twice, 2 or 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
But like the 2 times during like the action near the end, it was like perfect.
Yeah. It filled in the gaps.
Yeah. Number 4. This one's.
I actually like this.
Yeah, the battling the aliens on the ground, because the first one the only one that battled one on the ground was Will Smith punched one.
He didn't really battle. He like punched him.
Punched it in the face.
They also did in this one.
Which they did in this one, and it did not work out as well.
Right.
Yeah, so like that, and I guess they shot the one that was taking over the president's mind, the first one, but that was the same one. It was the same one. This one, there's like many that they're fighting, and then they're fighting them on the ship too, which was cool. And then I like and then I like the backstory with the warlord, where that ship was the only one that landed. That was actually pretty interesting. That was the only one that landed, and they were fighting them on the ground.
Yeah, you just assumed that all of them
were floating
and blew up,
destroying buildings and or cities, and but that was cool how they did that. And then like I mean, as soon as they said they were drilling, I was like, oh, this next one's definitely going to be drilling. Let's see. Bringing back the characters from the first one. Even though, like, Vivica Fox died, she had, like, 2 scenes.
Exactly. I was like, okay, sweet. You know, she's going to save the mom and the daughter, and then
the mom
they're going to go
falls.
to, like, the White House, and it's like, oh, nope, all right. We hit her for, like, 3 hours, and
yeah, so...
she had to shoot everything real quick.
Yeah, her... Oh, and then the general during the 4th of July parade. He's really old now. He was old in the first one.
He's dead.
He's dead?
Yeah. He died in, like, 2015.
How did they get... he filmed after they filmed it?
He's got... I looked up on his IMDb. He's still got movies coming out now.
That he filmed already?
He's been in, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's weird. But, yeah, they... That was actually his wife.
That was him, though, right?
That was him.
And then his actual wife?
His actual wife, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, like seeing him. I didn't expect to see him, though, so that was...
I was going to say...
cool.
Because I think he did... I think he died in 2015, so this probably would have been shot...
In
right
2015 or
right around there.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they only gave him like the
wave,
the glorified, yeah.
And then he looks at the president.
Yeah.
I don't think he says a line.
I don't
all.
think he says anything, which is probably why. But it's nice that they did have him in there.
Yeah. Then my number 2 is the final battle. Like them all posting up at Area 51, and then I love that those giant satellites they have are pretty much just the original weapon that the ships all had in the first one.
Oh yeah,
it's like the same. It's the same weapon, just a little, probably a little weaker.
A bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah, yeah, but I like that. And then the Queen attacking Area 51 and like the hive.
Massive.
Yeah, yeah, she was huge in that suit too. Yeah, that was. I like that scene though, and like the hive thing. Did you see Ender's Game?
I haven't seen it.
They fight aliens that are a hive mind, and they fly around like the same way.
Well, it's basically Stranger Things then. Too,
yeah.
Which, I'll save that for final thoughts. Remind me.
Okay.
If I don't bring it up, remind me.
And then number 1 is how they use the alien tech in the 20 years since. I thought that was cool. I mean, it seems like it's super futuristic, but it's like those aliens were very far ahead of them. And, like, you have all this technology now.
And then we even find out in this one, like, even that was behind tech. Like, there's so much more tech.
Yeah, but it was cool seeing, like, the helicopters that didn't have propellers or
right,
anything.
That can go to space.
Yeah.
Apparently.
All
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, all that was cool. The guns and... Yeah, I like that, though. That was cool. All right, a few problems with the movie.
I only had a couple. One of them was where it makes sense for why, but it's still something I noticed where it was like when the father was on the boat and the everything was coming at him.
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh, sweet Moses." When he said it and what he said, like him talking, was completely off.
I didn't notice that.
It was just in a studio somewhere where they're like, "All right, if we do shoot this, we're going to shoot it with whatever sound, cut that out, and just put something over it," because it was off.
It was off.
And then my second one is that most of this movie is just Liam Hemsworth screaming or yelling. Like, shooting stuff down. There's about 4 or 5 scenes where he does just that.
I think that's how we first meet him. He's in the ship and he's just yelling. Yeah. Everything's falling. All right, mine. I got 2. Well, first off, it'd never live up to the first one. That kind of killed it right off the bat. So not a lot of people went to go see it.
Right, because it's like, why do we need another?
Yeah, but it was good. And then my second one is, so they were drilling in the Atlantic Ocean and they made it like 3 minutes before they hit the core. Something's got to fill that hole up. So the water is dropping. Like, all these continents are touching now. The Gulf of Mexico's gone. Just
all that water. It took them over an hour of the water just going straight down to the core.
Yeah.
Also, those guys would not just be still chilling on that ship.
Oh, they would be going into the hole.
Like, hey, we're almost at the middle. Like,
yeah, just something's filling that hole, and I think it's all the ocean.
It's
water,
all the ocean,
all
the
the
stuff
ocean
around it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right after that thing stopped, those guys in that ship are dead. They're not getting their $100 million.
They are absolutely not, because the government's gonna be like, I don't remember Tane.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
And they got sucked into the hole.
That's what they'll say. They'll be like, oh, these people that helped us, they got lost in the.
They got lost in the. At the core.
Yeah.
And they kept saying molten core. I didn't like it. Just say core.
Just say center of the earth.
Center of the earth or core. I'd be fine with.
Either one.
All I kept thinking of is molten chocolate lava cake.
Yep.
Just because of chef. It was like, oh, it sounds so stupid.
It's molten.
It's molten. Every time they said molten, that's all I could think of.
Just see Jon Favreau yelling.
But those are my other problems, really.
Right. So now, after the problems, we're going to move on to our favorite quotes. I'll start. I put 2 on there, and I colored it like with white ink in case you put them on.
So that you could,
you'd be able to put them on without seeing mine, and then if you didn't, I'd put it on. So I have 6, and I didn't go get the official one. I just kind of wrote them down as I was watching.
Yeah.
But my number 1 is when Jeff Goldblum says they like to get the landmarks.
Yeah.
And when they're flying through London and, like the Eye, the Tower Bridge, all of it. My second one is, I think it's when they get, it's the dad driving or Jeff Goldblum driving. Most of mine were
the dad.
Yeah, it's the dad. He goes, I have to wait for the dog? I guess so. Like when the girl goes.
Yeah.
And the dog's just sitting out there barking. My third one is also when they're on the bus. He goes, stay behind the yellow line, Dad. And he says, there isn't one. And Jeff Goldblum said, imagine one there. Imagine it's there.
They're getting chased by a 100-foot queen.
At least a 100-foot alien monster. Oh, man, it looks like most of mine were on the bus because this one's also
yeah, this is a good one. My dad says that your son going to space was a conspiracy.
Oh, yeah? Your father's a putz.
Does he? And then does he say, sit down after that? Your father's a putz. Sit down.
And then this one, this was one of the ones I whited out in case you took it. But President Whitmore, before he detonates the original bomb, he goes, on behalf of planet Earth, happy 4th of July. And then, boom, he's gone. Everything inside's gone, but just her outer shell.
Yeah.
And half worked.
Yeah, but it looks like it works right away, though.
Oh, yeah. And then the last one.
I really thought. Finish yours. I got another problem.
See, that's why problems early on is good because we can always revisit it later. And my last quote is President Whitmore to his daughter when she goes and takes a plane. He's like, "Oh, you should."
And she's following him.
Yeah, she's following
next to him.
And he's like, "Oh, you're up where you should be. You should be in the air. You're like me," kind of thing. He goes, "I'm not saving the world, Patty. I'm saving you."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, got her.
Got her. But all right. So your fifth one, on behalf of planet Earth, I think you should have, instead of Happy 4th of July, should have said "Up yours," like Randy Quaid. Yeah, would have been so much better.
That's one of the times where it's like, okay, direct callback, and it would totally work.
Yeah, or Happy Independence Day. Even say the name of the movie.
I would have absolutely accepted Independence Day.
Yeah,
but yes, he deliberately said 4th of July.
Yeah, and I think it would have worked better though if you, on behalf of planet Earth, or like. As one of my buddies once said, even though they weren't really friends, but
they met
2 seconds before, and talked like on the radio beforehand. Right. Yeah, but he's like, if he would have said something like that and then went "up yours" and then blew it up,
that would have been better.
Yeah, because it's not like, he is sacrificing himself, and and now it doesn't work completely, but
right.
I think it's that line still would
gets
work.
it to the point where the next plan would work.
Yeah. All right, so my quotes
agreed
is David and President Whitmore. I've had years to get us ready. We never had a chance. Then President Whitmore, we didn't last time either. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
because they didn't.
Yeah, because they had even less tech And now they have alien tech, and they're still nowhere near prepared.
My next one, I'm going to end with the second one, is from Dylan Hiller when it's the 4th of July. Let's show him some fireworks. Yep. Another callback to the first one when Will Smith told him that he was going to show him
he promised some fireworks.
Yeah.
It's a nice another one.
Yeah, and then my second one is Jake and David when they're... I think this is...
This is early.
I couldn't remember if this was when they're trying to escape the ship on the moon or in London. It's one of the two. Because you know how they get stuck... They're trying to escape it in the moon and then they end up getting sucked under it anyways?
I think it's in London because it's after all of that.
It's after the bridge?
I think you're right.
So they go under the bridge and they escape that ship, and then Jake looks back at David's. Pee your pants? Yeah, me too. I thought that was one of my favorite lines.
That was a good one. It shows that he's still afraid of flying. That even the new guys are like, "Oh, that was close." It was way closer than I wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on to some TNT trivia about the movie, starting with Who Am I?
Okay, you want to go first with your Who Am I?
Yes, I will go first with my Who Am I. I'm just going to find a good person. Okay.
Let's see if I can do it without.
Who am I? I am known for Marco Polo, Contagion, Skyscraper, and one that should probably give it away, The Dark Knight. Based on your face, I have stumped you right first look.
Yeah, let me scroll through some of these people. Skyscraper and Dark Knight.
Yep. You have mentioned this person already. Or at least this character in the movie.
This character? Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, is it the Warlord?
No.
No? Yeah.
Dark Knight, Contagion, Marco Polo, and Skyscraper.
Skyscraper's throwing me off.
He's in Captain America Winter Soldier. He's in the Blacklist. He's
is it the commander, the Chinese commander, General?
Chin Han. Yes, he plays...
Yeah, he is.
He plays Lau in Dark Knight.
Yeah, and then he owns the building in Skyscraper.
Yeah. There's really no trivia on him, but he is named one of Asia's 25 greatest actors of all time in 2013. What was another one? Okay. He's a producer, and he has created concerts for Tony Award winners. He's a producer, created Tony Award winning actors. And one last one. It is of note that he is also one of the few actors who have crossed over from DC to Marvel as Councilman Yen in the hit movie Captain America Winter Soldier. He was also in
Was in that World Council thing?
Yep.
Oh, wait, no. You said Captain America?
Yes, he's a councilman.
I don't remember him in that.
But also, he was in 2012.
Another
Roland Emmerich movie.
I think he wasn't he one of the brother of the
I
monk?
think he was, yeah.
I think he dies.
I think he does, but
he gets sucked into the machine.
Yeah. Yeah, because then his brother tries to go get him.
Yeah, and then the other guy's legs get crushed, and then he dies.
A lot of death.
A lot of death in that movie.
Probably should have been a lot more based on everything that happened. But
yeah.
They gloss over that.
Okay, Who Am I? First movie, Drive Angry. Second one, Crash. Third one, Black Hawk Down. And the fourth one, Armageddon.
I only know this because I was going to pick this person. But that's William Fichtner.
Yeah,
the guy from Prison Break.
Yeah, Prison Break and Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard, that's the other, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I think I first... No, I think I first saw him in Prison Break and then Longest Yard.
I think Armageddon.
Oh, he's also in The Neighbor with Rosenbaum.
I don't think I've seen The Neighbor.
I haven't seen it, but that's the one where, like, he's like the nice guy neighbor, and then he goes nuts.
Really? Yeah. All right, well...
Oh, and yeah, Rosenbaum plays an abusive husband.
In that movie?
You didn't... Oh, I thought I showed you the trailer.
No.
Yeah, he plays like an abusive husband, and Fichtner is the neighbor, and he like goes over, he's like, oh, you know...
But he ends up being...
Yeah.
Jeez.
I haven't seen it, but...
I'll have to watch that trailer after.
Yes, I will have to show you.
All right. He is an avid hockey fan, and his favorite team is the Buffalo Sabres.
Unfortunate, but that's okay.
And then I only got one other one. He became the first person to receive a star on the Buffalo Niagara Film Festival's Walk of Fame.
That's cool. Okay. And now for my random facts about the movie. I think mine are 90% Roland Emmerich based. I think.
No, your second one's...
My second one's not, but in a backdoor way, kind of. But the first one is that this is the first sequel movie of director Roland Emmerich. He's only done like originals or stuff he's written.
Yeah. I was gonna put that one, and then I realized you had it. I was like, damn it.
This was another one where I like waited to see what you were putting before I finished up. But my second one is that Jeff Goldblum's son, Charlie Ocean, was born on Independence Day in 2015. Goldblum wrote on Facebook, "We're so excited to share the wonderful news of the birth of our son, Charlie Ocean Goldblum, born on the 4th of July, Independence Day." See, that's like, that's Goldblum playing it up like, yeah, I was the star of this movie, and everyone's going to remember it. That's just another cool little fact. And then my third one is, this is the third cinema movie with the word day in the title for Roland Emmerich, following Independence Day, the first one, and The Day After Tomorrow. All three pictures were for 20th Century Fox, which is now Disney.
Which is not Disney. All right, my random facts. Jeff Goldblum, Judd Hirsch, Bill Pullman, Brett Spiner, Vivica A. Fox, John Story, and Robert
Loggia.
Yeah. Are the only actors to reprise their roles from Independence Day. So which actually, like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Most movies, that's like 90% of the cast.
Yeah. All right, my second one. Will Smith said of his not being in the film in an interview with BBC, stating that it was a scheduling clash with another movie, which was what led Smith to not being in this picture. Smith said, "It was one of those things. I had a couple of films lined up. I had Concussion and Suicide Squad, and so it was a decision timing-wise between Independence Day, Resurgence, and Suicide Squad." I think he made the right choice.
I was going to say, which if his paycheck was based on how much they did, he made the absolute right choice.
Yes. And then I love this.
Suicide Squad made billions of dollars.
Yeah, and I think he was one of the better parts.
Of the best parts of it, yeah.
And then my last one. In the final battle of the movie, Pullman refers to himself as Eagle 1. In the science fiction spoof Spaceballs, also from 20th Century Fox, his character called himself Eagle 5.
Okay, so that means Star Wars is Disney and also Spaceballs is not Disney.
Yes. We might get another one.
Oh, that would be great.
All right, final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
You had a lot.
Anything we missed about the movie, which...
I didn't look up any deleted scenes or anything.
No, I didn't see any. But 20 minutes into the movie, I thought that Charlie was definitely going to die.
That's,
the tiny guy, like...
Liam Hemsworth's...
Yeah, Liam Hemsworth's buddy.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead. They're giving him way too much story for him to live. See, this is the negative. Also,
that was another, like, that they were orphans of the War of 96. That was cool.
Right.
Nice little touch.
They didn't have to be like, oh, it was...
So-and-so is...
Russell Cass's neighbor's kids or something like. That would have been a little too far.
Yeah.
But definitely thought he was going to die. For sure.
Yes, I agree. I really am surprised he made it all the way through the movie.
Literally, I paused the movie, wrote that down.
You are too cynical.
I really am.
Everyone's going to die.
Maybe I'm going to go watch Up. What's the worst a Disney movie can do? Right?
Watch the first 5 minutes of every Disney movie. Watch everyone die.
Oh my God, you're right.
Lion King, you got to go a little farther.
A little bit farther, but it's still early. And it almost arguably hurts the most.
Yes.
My second final thought is that, wait a minute, Mae Whitman was the daughter in the first one?
She's been in a bunch of stuff.
She has. She was in Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Totally didn't realize that was her very tiny.
What's that movie? The Duff with Robbie Amell.
Robbie Amell, yeah. I haven't seen that one.
That one's pretty funny, actually.
But yeah, I think she was like the lead in it, right?
Yeah.
Or one of them.
I'm like, she's like a... I'm like, why would you not just use her? I don't know if they...
perfect age. Like,
I was getting mixed if they had even asked her or...
I was going to say, it seemed like they kind of just didn't ask her. And then everyone's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, why not use...
Why not?
Also, the kid that played Dylan in the first one, I don't think they asked him. But he really hasn't been in anything since.
Yeah, besides that.
Nothing noteworthy, at least, that I can remember.
And then my third thing is an extra, wait a minute. Roland Emmerich did White House Down too.
Yep.
I did not know
the only one I didn't know was Godzilla. Surprised me.
Right. That would be the odd one out.
I knew Day After Tomorrow and
yeah. But yeah, so I'll save the list for because I basically
ranking them.
Yeah. But yeah, I did not know some of those things, and I was pleasantly surprised at most of them.
All right. Next up, we'll pretend like we're in charge and recast the movie. So I stuck with the same theme. Yeah, sketch/stand-up comedians. Kind of just comedians. Yeah. I think
I do
some of them.
I do like your choice.
Yeah.
A lot of yours worked out perfectly.
All right, but so I'll read off the ones that were in this one, or that these all were pretty much.
Yeah, we'll just recap our old.
Yeah, I didn't put them all in there, but so Stephen Hiller would be Sam Richardson. President Whitmore would be Dave Chappelle. David Levinson, Tim Robinson, Julius Levinson, Fred Armisen, Jasmine, now Jason Dunbrow, Kenan Thompson, and Dr. Barakish Oken, Jim Gaffigan. So I would age them all 20 years.
Oh, absolutely, yes. It would still work.
20 plus years, and then even make some of my picks younger, maybe. Just so that would make a little more sense, but
just a couple years.
Yeah, for Dylan, I went with Donald Glover. Yeah, so he'd be the son of Sam Richardson and Kenan Thompson.
Totally plays.
Yep. Patricia Whitmore would be Tiffany Haddish, so daughter of Dave Chappelle.
Also works.
Jake Morrison I went with Ike Barinholtz just because they were in that movie together, so I know they could work well together.
He's pretty funny, too.
Yeah, and then his buddy would be Jake Johnson, Charlie.
Another perfect.
Yeah.
I had to put 2 because you took mine. He was literally the first person I thought of.
President Lanford, so the first, the
female president.
Yeah, the one that was in the beginning of the movie. Mm-hmm. I would go with Tina Fey.
Another good one.
And then General Adams, the guy that ends up becoming the president at the end. I'd go with Bill Murray. That one.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
the old general.
Yeah.
No, that's the guy who
I
becomes.
Recast for mine. We'll do it that way.
Okay, so
for mine. Oh, you know what? I thought of another one, so we'll be good.
So we'll be good.
But great choice.
Yep. So he'd be the president at the end of the movie.
As it should be. Okay, so to recap mine, Stephen Hiller was Anthony Mackie. President Whitmore was Bruce Greenwood. David Levitz was Seth Rogen, and his father was Ben Stiller. Russell was Jared Leto. I basically just copied my whole.
Yeah.
Jasmine was Halle Berry, and Dr. Oaken was Steve Carell. I keep wanting to say Carol, but that's not right. The one recast that you didn't have, is that other doctor that watches over Dr. Oaken when he's in a coma.
Oh yeah.
Brett Gelman. So the guy from The Other Guys and the crazy reporter.
Okay, yeah.
One, because I thought it was him anyway, with that beard.
I thought it was him anyway.
There's 2 on my list where I thought it was that person, but it turned out it's not. This is one. For Dylan Hiller, I did a switch, and I put Zendaya for Bruce. Will Smith's stepdaughter. So I changed
now.
it to a daughter. I don't know. Her in Homecoming and Far From Home. It's just so good. For Patricia Whitmore, I went with Mae Whitman. So I had her playing. had her playing the role that she
was supposed to.
For Jake Morrison, I went with Chris Pratt. I haven't used him in a while, so I figured he'd be pretty good for that role. And then his buddy Charlie. Like I said, I wanted it to be Jake Johnson, but I also said Charlie Day.
I think that'd be perfect.
Another good one.
I'm picturing Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
like that, Charlie.
I was gonna say it's basically Jurassic World.
And Pacific Rim put together,
which totally works
for either of those. Yeah.
President Lanford, I went with Jean Triplehorn. She was in Criminal Minds for a couple seasons, and she looks exactly like the actress.
The actress that played the president.
That played the actual president. One, because I thought it was her, but it turns out it wasn't. And then for General Adams, who I thought was the old general, who I guess was also a president at one point, I went with Mandy Patinkin. Also from Criminal Minds, but...
And from...
Princess Bride.
Yeah, and Homeland.
And Homeland, yep. But if we were doing the new president...
The guy I picked.
The guy you picked from Prison Break and etc.
Yeah.
Then I would do... shit, I just forgot his name. The guy from Psych. Despero.
Carrie
Els.
Els, I think it's...
yeah, I think it's Els.
Oh, he'd be a great president. That'd be good.
That's why when I was thinking, I'm like, oh, nope, I got it. It's him.
That's a good... Despero. He's
Pierre,
the coolest.
Does the name Pierre Despero mean anything to you?
I've heard it both ways.
Which reminds me, we're out of peanut butter. Okay, now it's time for us to rank our top 5 Roland Emmerich movies. I'll start. Honorable which basically I ranked all of them that he's done that I've seen, because he's done a bunch of German and smaller films, but these are the big ones. My honorable mentions: Godzilla, Stargate, and Independence Day: Resurgence. My number 5, White House Down. Number 4, 2012. Number 3, The Patriot. Number 2, The Day After Tomorrow. And number 1, Independence Day.
All right. I like it. I mean, Patriot seems a little low, but
I had a feeling you would say that.
It's not that low though. Those are the top 3. I can agree that those 3.
Day, 2 weeks ago, before I watched The Patriot would be number 5. But since I have seen it, it jumped up the list.
All right.
I did think it was good.
Yeah. All right. I completely forgot to rank the one movie we talked about.
See, I thought about that after. I'm like, you know what? I liked it, but it's still not good enough.
It's still, yeah. All right. So my honorable mentions are gonna be Godzilla and then Independence Day: Resurgence. I think I've seen parts of Stargate, so I wasn't.
I know I used to watch that show when it was on TV. So that
was Kurt Russell in that?
I don't.
Or am I thinking of something different?
I might be thinking of something different.
I think I'm thinking
Unless
of something different.
Unless he could be. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
While you do your list.
My number 5 would be 2012.
I think that's
John Cusack's okay. Woody Harrelson brings that up.
Yeah. He plays the Russell cast role.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God, he's got a Russell cast role in every movie.
He probably yes, he does. Number 4, White House Down. I really like this one.
Yeah.
It was a good action movie, but then had a lot of good comedy in it.
Yeah.
And Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum together were great.
A surprising combo. Where it's like
very surprising.
This works very well.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, The Day After Tomorrow. That's a great movie. I could watch that one literally any time.
And that was with a young Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Which I found out he was in Donnie Darko and Bubble Boy in the same year. Those are very Donnie Darko's a very good movie. No, I think he was in some roles before that, but they both came out that same year.
Same year. Oh, you're right. Stargate is Kurt Russell.
It is? Okay, I have seen parts of it. I'll
Kurt
put
Russell, James Spader.
My honorable mentions. I can put it there. Yes, James Spader's in it, right? Okay, I've seen parts. I don't think I've seen the ending. Yeah, but that's a good one. From what I've seen.
Hansu's in it. Fred Stewart's in it.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
The old professor from The Mummy, I
from
think.
The Mummy, yeah.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yep. And then my number 1 and 2 could switch any day. But this time I went number 2, Independence Day, and then number 1, The Patriot. Yeah, both great movies, though.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I have seen both.
All right. For our last segment, let's talk about the Geek News. All right, first up on the docket, got a few things.
Yeah, a few things. Mostly a lot of trailers.
Yeah. First one, though, is Zombieland 2 Double Tap. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just kind of released it.
I think this is... we're going to spend a lot of time talking about this one. But I love the intro. How it was like the Academy Award nominee, winner. And then it goes into them like killing all the zombies on like the lawn of the White House. Yeah. It starts off great, and then I loved how it was showing all the people, all the new people that are going to be in the movie. Yeah. It
seems like for this one they're just like, you know what, let's just go crazy and have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I guess it took them a while to even like get a script down and stuff.
Right. But to get something that's not like just kind of like, hey, another zombie movie sequel type thing.
Yeah, but this looks great. I love the very end. When what is it? What are you doing in my truck? And it's Luke Wilson with the wearing, which I watched. I had to watch the trailer twice, but he's wearing almost the exact outfit that Woody Harrelson's wearing in the beginning of the trailer, because he's in the Elvis suit at this point.
Oh yeah. What am I watching?
Yeah, then Thomas Middleditch comes out. He's like, you kind of double parked, or I guess. What is it? Not parallel. Perpendicular parts.
Yeah. Kind of blocking me.
What is going on? I can't wait to see who. That you know that they have two girls in the truck too.
Exactly. Yeah, they're gonna have basically just another crew of them.
Them exactly. Yeah. Yeah. This looks great.
That's gonna be funny.
Who else was in it? That they show. Rosario
Dawson.
That blonde chick that he shoots at in the beginning.
Yeah,
who slams into the windshield. She's been in some stuff. I guess I didn't follow the seatbelt rule. Oh, you told her the rules.
Just a couple.
I'm glad that. Yeah, what is it? Oh, is there more than 74 or 94 or something?
Yeah. She's like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this one. And I love that they have the same people.
Yeah.
Or was it? The guy, even that what is it? Little Rock leaves with looks familiar. Like I've seen him in some shows, like as guests or cameos.
Yeah, I can't remember what he's been in though.
Do you have any weed? Is it a guy from Berkeley or whatever? Yeah, of course I do.
It's just a full bag.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
That's gonna be so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then next up, Endgame. We got an Endgame gag reel and bloopers.
And some deleted scenes.
Scenes, yeah.
I'm trying not to watch them all. I just want to wait till I own it and then watch it all.
I will say.
Did you watch the raccoon one?
No, not all. I just watched like the 10-minute one where it kind of showed all of them.
All the bloopers.
Yeah.
I stopped that one after they stopped doing the bloopers.
I was going to say, they did not do much more bloopers.
No,
it was kind of like making
if you skipped ahead, yeah. No, but there was one deleted scene where they're talking about the fight, the Battle of New York. And they're talking about, somehow someone brought up Chitauri, and Rocket's like, oh, that's the easiest people to fight. He's like, that's the worst army in the galaxy. And he's like making fun of him. He's like, how long did it take you guys? And they're like, 3-4 hours. He starts laughing. He's like, 3-4 hours? It's like, all you got to do is bomb the mothership. He's like, we didn't know that. And then Tony comes up and shaves the back of his head.
I will say this. This person at work showed me a website where I can download Endgame.
Really?
Yeah. So I might do that.
Might do that. I think I'm gonna wait and buy
I was gonna say, she's like, the person said, do you want it? I'm like, I kind of want to wait for like the big box set, but yeah, I do.
I think I might just buy that one separate.
Or the $6,000 box set.
It's gonna be ridiculous. You're better off just buying them all separate eventually.
Oh yeah.
Just waiting.
Making your own collection.
Yeah. Next up, though, we got a Gemini Man trailer 2. Not much of a trailer. It showed a few more scenes.
Right. Nothing,
but it was kind of a behind the scenes.
New, yeah. It seems like more and more movies are doing that, where it's like, well, it's a trailer. This is kind of how we did it.
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't mind that, but it was interesting to see who's directing that one. They talked to him a lot, and then Will Smith talking about the role and how he wouldn't be able to do it in his 20s.
Oh, yeah, how it's only relevant now.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. But moving on, and then we'll... Oh, yeah, she's in that. I forgot. But Robert Redford is set to play President Robert Redford in the Watchmen series.
That's awesome.
I think Ang Lee directed.
Ang Lee, okay.
And I think I told you, it's like, that's what you can do when you're retired. Like
yeah,
you can play
he is retired. He's been retired for a few years
a while now. He only came back for Endgame, and I guess this.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's awesome, just because he was the president in the book, and they're going to use it. Yeah.
Let's get him in here.
I'm sure it's only going to be a scene.
Maybe like a press conference type.
Yeah, if that, and it's probably just him waving or something. Like he's not even going to be talking.
Because even in Endgame, it was just kind of like a little more lines than he had.
Yeah. And then today, actually, we got the Irishman trailer, the Martin Scorsese movie, which I did not know was going to be on Netflix.
Yeah, I think
they're going to release it in some movie theaters, but it's going.
Probably it's a Netflix release.
Yeah, looks good.
Looks pretty cool. Yeah,
De Niro,
Pesci, and
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Yeah.
But De Niro's like de-aged too in it, so it looks a little weird. But
I was gonna say because that's not what they look like.
No. And Pesci hasn't been in anything in years.
He's basically playing his like Goodfellas.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's got like the same kind of voice.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Jimmy Hoffa story.
Yeah. And it's Martin Scorsese, so you know it's going to be 6 hours long and very, very good. And then last up, we got a trailer for a movie called The Hunt,
which you showed me.
Which I showed you. I was just scrolling on Twitter and I saw
found it.
Yeah.
It's a good find. Ike Barinholtz is in it.
Yes, it is. Yes. Well, I think that's why I'm like, I really like him. He's in this. There's a couple other.
God, who else? I'm blanking on.
There's a bunch of like big name.
Type.
What's her name?
Ethan something. Serpley.
Yep.
From Remember the Titans and My Name Is Earl. He's in it.
The girl was not. I forget what she's the girl in the. I don't know. I'm moving on.
Emma Roberts.
No,
she's in it though.
In it. No,
Hilary Swank.
That's the one I'm looking for.
Oh, the Green Arrow, the first one.
Josh Hart. Not Josh Hartnett. Justin
Hartley.
Yes.
Dennis.
Both J's.
I forgot Dennis was in it.
I was gonna say when he made a camera, I'm like, oh, he's in this. But yeah, basically it's like the book, The Most Dangerous Game, where a bunch of rich people kidnap some poor people and try and hunt them. So it's kind of like Hunger Games in that way.
Hunger Games, yeah. And did you ever see the Most Dangerous Game? I think that's what it's called. The movie, though.
No, I haven't seen the movie ever.
It's got Perry Cox from Scrubs.
Oh,
and they're hunting Ice-T. It's a ridiculous
movie. It's an absurd movie. It's almost like
we should do that one.
What was it? The Condemned? Is that the movie?
Yeah, but that's when they're all fighting each other. It looks like
when they're all fighting to get out of prison with Stone Cold.
Yeah, but they're on like an island though, right?
Yeah.
It's got a
similar concept.
It's similar. That's what I was thinking of right away. Is that because they're supposed to be? Are they supposed to be fighting each other or just?
I think
trying to escape.
They're just trying to. I think just trying to escape because they're being hunted.
Yeah.
And then they kind of. The trailer makes it seem like they turn it on their heads.
And start hunting. Them. Yeah, it looks good though.
Which is gonna be cool. If nothing else, it'll be a lot of action.
Yeah. Then there was another. Did you see the trailer? Carnival Row. Cardinal Row.
I have not know.
Cara Delevingne.
Oh,
and
maybe I have.
Orlando Bloom. It's a TV series on Prime. Where I don't know, I saw them talking about it on Conan, and then I watched the trailer. But there's like fairies and I don't know, like centaurs and all this stuff.
It's gonna be a crazy one.
Yeah, but there's like fairy prostitutes, and then there's fairy Fight Club prostitutes. Like it's Orlando Bloom trying to explain it was pretty funny. But it looks crazy though.
Him trying to explain he's an elf. Yeah, that's right there. Was probably hard. This is probably much harder.
Yep. All right, before we wrap up the episode, let's look ahead to what's coming up for Tim and Tony. Episode 111 is going to be Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, yes.
We pre-recorded this, so it's going to be probably the old format, I'm pretty sure.
No, I thought this was one of the first ones with it, maybe. It could be an older format.
It could be. Sicario might have been the last one that we pre-recorded in the old way.
Yeah, for sure, because I thought we did that a while.
Yeah. Yeah, so Baby Driver next week. And then the week after that, we're going to test out doing two movies at once. Yeah. And like a topic that we've been talking about is...
We've been talking about doing,
I don't know, what would you... Copycat movies?
That's kind of like the best way to put it.
Yeah, where two studios put out two movies the same year that have very similar plots.
Very similar plots, just basically different actors.
Yes, so we'll be doing actually a Roland Emmerich movie, White House Down. So technically, if we're recording them live, we'll do 4 in a row of it.
Yes, we will.
I wish we had a pre-recorded one. I wish we had like Oh, the day after tomorrow, pre-recorded. You could just put it in there. Just keep it going.
You don't interrupt your normal programming.
for Roland Emmerich, 5 weeks in a row.
I didn't know White House Down was by him until
reading this
8 hours ago.
Yeah. And then Olympus Has Fallen, and that's in preparation for Angel Has Fallen,
yes.
the finale of the trilogy of that movie.
Correct.
Or series. So that's what you got to look forward to. And that's been our show today. Hope you enjoyed it.
You can follow us on social media and our website, tim20talk.com. Also, Spotify, Radio Public are another 2 great ways to listen to us. Nice and easy if you're just looking for audio.
Yep.
We'll probably be posting links for Radio Public
on Instagram.
On Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whichever.
Start using that one.
Yes, it's easy. It's simple. I've tried it while I was at work. You just, with the link, it'll basically just take you right to our page, and you can just click on it. It plays it right there.
Perfect.
Nice and simple.
And remember, share this with your friends, and make sure to join us next week for the Mild Manner Movie Review.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks for listening. I'm Tim.
And I'm Tony. We are the Dynamic Duo.
Good night.